Tanguero.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. All right, welcome to the news. Last week, we talked about a bunch of cool awards. The Dice Tower Awards, Board Game Geek Awards, the Mensa Awards.
You're saying awards. I heard wars. Go ahead.
Awards. Today, we're talking about another set of awards, which has been going on for 40-plus years, and they promised me this year they would be good. Guess what? Erroneous.
That's my word. I love that word, erroneous.
Origins Award nominees. So, real quick, we'll talk about the categories that affect those watching.
Okay.
Board game, social light strategy. We have creature comforts, Flamecraft, Long Shot the Dice Game, which I don't think came out last year. In fact, I might have. Maybe I did.
Okay.
And the Finest Fish. That's that last night game with those scales.
Okay, yes, right.
That's a Kickstarter one, like where you put like individual scales on the fish?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I don't know if it's good or not, but those are good.
Yeah.
And then the fifth choice, Castle Panic, Crowns and Quest Expansion.
Wait, what is this category?
It's board game social light strategy.
Like they just throw in expansions with board games?
Apparently.
Wait.
Okay.
Castle Panic on its own?
No.
Castle Panic and
One of the
expansion.
That expansion for it.
is nominated for best light game.
But you can't play it.
All right, next category.
Okay.
This is the actual best category. We got strategy.
Okay.
So we have Evergreen,
Yes.
You like that
Foundations
one?
of Rome,
Yes.
Hoppelbach's Victorum,
Okay.
Planet Unknown,
Yeah.
and Three Sisters.
Yeah.
That is a range of strategy.
Well, before we go any farther, let's explain how these games are picked. So you have to submit your game, period, or it doesn't make it at all. So a lot of companies' games you're not going to see here because they didn't submit them. If you don't submit it, it doesn't get even
You
considered.
nominate yourself?
Yeah, well, a lot of I think the Oscars do that too. I think you have to.
I didn't know that. I hate that so much.
Well,
Strongly.
just remember that you also pick the category your game goes into.
Remember that hate.
You
You also pick.
harness and hold
There's
that.
also you pick the category you go into.
What?
You submit yourself for you pick the category you fall into.
This also happens that's why sometimes when you see like the Emmys, you'll see a TV show and it's under comedy. You're like, there's nothing funny about that, but that's what that show decided to submit itself
They decided that they have the best chance of winning if they call themselves funny.
under. Okay.
Yeah.
Thematic games: Dead Reckoning, Merchants
Yeah.
of the Dark Road,
Yeah.
My Father's Work,
Oh.
Tokyo Sidekick, and Wonderland's War.
What is
I don't know anything about Tokyo
I don't
Sidekick.
know
That's a
if-
Japan game, so you'll never play it.
Okay.
My Merchants of the Dark Road. That's a cool sounding theme.
Setting. It's a cool setting, but I don't know that the
There's
theme
no theme
comes
in the
through,
game, but
right? Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Here's my favorite category: card games. We have Cat in a Box.
Yes.
Cool. Scout. Nice. Sea, Salt, and Paper. You like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Turing Machine. Not a
Not
card
a
game
card game, right? Okay.
at all. It's a deduction game.
Yeah.
There are cards in
in
the
it.
game, but anyway. And then Undaunted Stalingrad, which is a war game with pieces moving around a board. It's a deck building war game, so there are
Jeez.
cards in it. But if cards being in a game make it a card game, then I can go back and say Wonderland's War is a card game.
Right.
And Foundations of Rome is a card game. Come on.
Wow.
Come on. Children's games. Disney a Goofy game. Honk. The Lunchroom game. Turtle Splash. Did you play Disney a Goofy game?
Yes. Oh, or was it the Goofy movie game? Is that the same thing? I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's from Funko.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay. And then Castle Panic, 2nd edition, which is A, not a new game, and B,
Not really
It's
a
like a
kid's
re-
game.
it's a family game,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Yeah.
family game.
Yeah.
But they already nominate their expansion in the family game category, so.
What? Okay.
We'll skip
all right.
collectibles because that doesn't matter to us, or miniatures and RPGs and accessories.
Who's going to win
Oh.
collectibles next year, you think?
Oh.
You think it might be Lorcana?
I don't know because under collectibles, there's 2 Magic the Gathering sets. Every year, the Magic the Gathering sets are in this collectible category.
What? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Accessory, they did include
Okay, accessories. Okay.
Call to Adventure art decks from Brotherwise. The deluxe board game train sets from Little Plastic Train. Those are pretty cool. Those
Yeah,
little
For the
right.
trains.
Ticket to Rides?
Yeah.
Oh, those are really cool.
Then a bunch of deck of many things and a Power Rangers Zordon Dice Tower and GM screen, which makes me think
A GM screen, dude?
Oh my
Hold on.
gosh.
Like a screen
Yeah.
to
Because
play
for the DM, yeah. To hide their stuff.
No.
And Power Ranger one? Really? Like that was the hottest of the year?
What does it do? besides stand there. Better have like some sort of organizational pocket system.
Hang on, we're not done yet.
Better do the DM for me.
2D art and illustration.
That's a
7
category.
sinners.
That's a
Yeah.
category. That's like artwork.
Well, that's because their categories are 2D art and 3D art. Just say art and miniatures, for goodness sake. But anyway.
Oh, with a standee.
7 Sinners, Cowboys with Big Hearts, Cult of the Deep. I don't think that art's that great. Everyday Heroes on Hunt, and Galaxy Trucker Keep on Truckin', which is an expansion for Galaxy Trucker, got best art. And I love Galaxy Trucker way more than you do.
Very
Oof.
much, yeah.
But I would never even remotely put it on a best art award.
Isn't it also a reprint? Keep on trucking,
Yes.
wasn't it? Oh, God.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Jeez.
3D art, also miniatures, has Fallout Wasteland Warfare, Frostgrave Fireheart Elk, the miniatures game, Omicron Protocol, Jugger the Elephant, Time Capsules, and that's it. They only had 4 because they couldn't find a 5th miniatures game.
Well, they're very hard to come by. There's not that many.
It's very rare.
Or is it
Very
because
rare.
nobody submitted themselves? Is that what it is?
Yes.
It's so ridiculous. They can't get enough people to submit to fill out the category.
Well, if you submit, you also have to send in 7 games.
You need to send 7 copies of your game.
Because each person on the jury gets 1. It's good to be on the jury.
Wow.
Okay, graphic design. So a lot of these are RPGs, but this one cracked me up. Dulce from Indie Game Studios, Stronghold Games, was nominated for graphic design when almost everyone who has reviewed that game has said there is graphic design problems.
So this is them just trying to be like, I'll show you. We think we have the best graphic design. This is their like slap
Maybe,
back to
I
the
guess.
public.
Because they
'Cause
can
it is
nominate themselves.
Atrocious. It is so bad, so confusing. Like
So
the
bizarre
worst.
to me.
That would be like the worst graphic design of the year to me.
And then finally, they have reviews. So they're reviewing the reviews. Now, there's no Dice Tower ones in here because, well, we didn't submit any.
we also spent 10 minutes talking about we don't like their list, so.
I'm going to submit next year. I'm going to submit
this video.
This.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. One of the videos submitted is the Best of Origins Game Fair. This is Gamma, who runs Origins.
Golly.
The best Dice Tower review is History of the Dice Tower. I'm giving that to ourselves.
Yeah. You're going to nominate that.
But I don't want to speak too
Oh
much
my
against the
God.
reviews because they are reviewers and stuff. But they're just, again, only people who nominate themselves and such. So
It's just weird
That's
that,
so-
again, it's a mix of stuff, expansions thrown with the games, thrown in with reprints. Wherever people nominated themselves, that's where they ended up. It's very strange.
Wow.
And I could say, and I talked to the people who run the awards and everything, and they'll say, hey, next year we'll get better. They've been telling me that for literally 20 years. You've been there. We've complained about this for 20 straight years.
Are they doing anything to make it actively better?
They're working on it, but the problem is there's so much turnover. Right? Someone's working on making it
Got
better,
it. Okay.
and then there's new people coming and working it better. I know the person running him. I know he's a great guy. So we'll see. Maybe next year.
Maybe you just can't start from scratch.
All right, let's take a look at some games.
All right.
We have Pythagoras. Or Pythagoras.
It's
I
supposed
guess
to
it's
be
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Pythagoras, but without the H, so Pythagoras.
That guy looks like he is about to give you the figure. Like he's like
He
this
does.
is pre giving
On
you.
both hands.
Oh, he's like,
"Ah, here
wait for it. Hey.
Anyhow, I think
Who's got 2 middle fingers and hates you?
Anyhow, this is designed by Ryder Knizia. I don't hate that cover. That's like that paper tales almost.
A little
Gosh, I
bit,
really
yeah.
kinda
It's
like
very,
it.
Russian doll kind of
Yes.
vibe to it.
Anyway, this is straight up the math, the board game. There are 5 number cards. You roll 2 dice. You got to use these cards to create an equation that will make the combined number on the dice. I love it. You would hate it.
I don't
zoned
know.
out. What?
Maybe.
Like there's 5 number cards.
Yeah.
You roll 2 dice. That's a number. You got to use math to get these numbers to make that number.
Oh, got it.
That sounds like a good kids game, actually.
Sounds,
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds very much like that zombie rethemed to superheroes, Outnumbered.
This is currently out in Poland, coming elsewhere. All right, this next game, Tanguero, is a game about, well, the tango, in case you couldn't get that from that picture.
Tanguero, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. This is Argentine tango, And there's a bunch of different...
Argentinian.
You're picking your partners from those sitting on the side of the dance floor. The losing player has to dance with a beginner who gives a penalty. Everyone else gets a bonus.
Like physically dance?
No, I don't think so. It's just...
Heck
This
I wasn't sure if it was like a party game. I don't know.
This is only out in Italy, so we'll see if it comes out. No, if it was
It looks like it's Spanish on that cover, though. Mucho más que un baile.
that'd be a weird cover for a party game because
It's yeah.
it doesn't come across as party at all from that.
To me, it doesn't come across as game at all. I guess.
No, that definitely looks like the cover of a romance novel, actually.
It
Oh, it does.
yeah.
Very much so. Yes.
John and Sally.
Jenny had never been to a dance before.
All right, next. We have Bark Manor House. This is from Pug and Duck Games. Whew, you can make some major mistakes with that name. You're trying to get as restful of a night's sleep as possible. So what's preventing that? There's things crawling in your bed. You have bed pugs. I hate this already.
Wait,
so
what?
much. You have bed pugs in your bed.
Oh, so it's like, is it like trying to sleep with your dogs and needing to get them out so you can get a good night's
They're
rest?
small
Because
dogs.
that's a real problem.
You want to throw them out of your bed and into the beds of your opponents. I'm like, hey, Zee.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
Wait, we're chucking dogs back and forth? Also, we're sharing a bedroom, right, I guess?
I suppose. Either that, you hear your door creak open, and suddenly 4 dogs are flung into your bed.
It's like a hostel. We're all just in a hostel in our own little beds. And it's like, no, you take the pugs.
It looks like a creepy mansion. What's with the bugs and the funny theme? This looks like it seems to have a different vibe from what they're telling me. Oh, the bed pugs, get it? But then you look at that cover without the writing and you go, ooh, it's so creepy. It's going to be like a spooky game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a stupid game.
Well, it's coming out September 2023. We'll find out then.
find out.
It seems fun. I want to mess with it. I'm just saying, the artwork doesn't seem to match what appears to be funny setting.
All right, so Grandpa Beck. You've heard of him.
Yeah,
His most famous game is Cover Your Assets. Now he's making
Watch
a game
your mouth.
called Cover Your Cookies, featuring Crumble. I am very annoyed about this, but in a way that you might not think. So Mike Delisio told me about Crumble. It's a cookie place, and they make cookies this big. When I just went up to that convention, I was looking for an ice cream place, and I found the Crumble place, and we got them. They're unbelievable. And I'm like, well, that's good. At least they're not close to us. But they are. They're right outside the Falls Mall.
What? And we have a 36-hour marathon coming up?
I
Serendipitous.
know.
Serendipitous, I say.
They're really good cookies.
Ooh, I have to go up to the Apple store soon.
You do.
Is that what you were thinking at the same time?
It was. Anyway,
What number am I thinking of?
cookie.
It's actually ice cream sandwich.
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh, would these make good ice cream sandwiches? That's like top 2 desserts.
I don't know because
Oh, I love ice cream.
Laura, I was like, hey, Laura, let's each get 2 cookies. And after I was done with the first one, I was like, I guess the other cookies for next week. They're really strong.
Really? Well, if they're that
like this
big,
big.
too,
They're,
yeah.
and they're a lot. Oh, they're delicious.
I'm a
though.
nibbler, though. It takes me like
They're
a day to eat
expensive
the cookie.
too, though. But all right. Anyway,
There's a
so
game?
yeah. Also, there's a game.
Yeah, game.
A couple games. I saw these at Gamma Trade Show from Panasaurus. We have Aurum.
Now, this is a reprint of something, right?
It's a competitive trick-taking game where
Maybe
you're
not.
turning
Maybe it
stuff
was-
into gold. I will give
Maybe
me
it
a
was
second.
Maybe it was just that I was like, oh, a trick-taking game. I thought it was a reprint. Maybe not.
It's a trick-taking game. Maybe see if it re-implements anything. Does not say so. I don't think so. It's from Shrish Bot, and yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
This
I
looks like
thought
a
it
brand
was.
new
It's a
game.
great-looking cover. And, I mean, again, I can't believe
It's not
how
butter.
hot trick-taking games
I know.
are right now.
They really are.
And somehow, a month will go by and they'll be hotter. Like,
Yeah.
there is no stopping trick-taking games right now. You go back, not even 10 years. You don't have to go back that far. Go back 6 years. You can't sell them.
Is it?
Like, every publisher is like, no, trick-taking.
It was such like a dated, like, oh no, you're just gonna play hearts then, or something like that. It was
Yeah.
almost like a dated mechanism.
Yeah, like
Better
people would
this than
publish
roll
their
and writes.
Like everybody after they like became a famous designer, then would get a chance to publish like their trick-taking game.
Right.
That was almost more like a, this is my contribution to trick-taking. I know it's not gonna sell, but let me put it out.
Right. It almost is
Now
like
it's like
a huge shift or a huge swing.
it's so bizarre.
All right. Also from Panasaurus, we have Emerge. You're trying to
go.
build up islands in an ocean and populate them with critters.
Okay.
When I saw this game
Bed
at Gamma,
bugs.
this reminded me a lot of, just in looks, of God's Loves Dinosaurs a little bit, but it...
Oh.
I don't know, it looks interesting, and Pythagoras is on such a hot streak.
Yeah.
The one I was most interested in is, that Fox experiment game.
Yeah.
That's not coming out till later this year, but I'm pumped about that.
Yeah.
That got
looks cool.
delayed a little bit.
Yeah, this one looks neat. I like that.
Aesthetically, I really like it.
The next piece of news we announced, I don't know, months ago, but we have more details now from WizKids, Ascending Empires. So Ascending Empires is actually an older game, came out, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. It's a 4X game, but it's flicking. So you flick your ships around the board, and then you're trying to get them close to planets, and then you like take over that planet, or you hit other people's ships, and you can upgrade them and get special abilities. It was a good game, except it came with a puzzle piece board. Mm-hmm. And so when you put it together, it was a huge
You hit
problem.
the edge of the cardboard.
And it stops it.
Yeah.
That doesn't work at all.
If there was any warping, it wasn't functional.
And it wasn't from WizKids initially, it was from Z-Man Games.
Sure.
Okay.
Now it's coming from WizKids, and also the graphic design, that cover, everything looks really good. Now, be warned, it's going to come with 124 plastic miniatures, a neoprene game board, and a lot of stuff, but then it's going to be $140.
But you're flicking the disc now at the miniatures?
I don't know how the miniatures I think you put on things to show you control them. That would be my guess.
Okay.
Neoprene playmat should really help out, though, you
It
know?
should.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, yeah. I would pay for this, though. This is like a holy grail game to get right now. It's hard
Really?
to find.
Well, that's cool.
And that is coming this year, but I don't know when. All
I
right.
can't wait for it to win Best Card Game of the Year.
It's
Absolutely.
going to.
Yeah.
This next one is going to win. Oh, never mind. We have also from WizKids, Star Trek Discovery Black Alert.
Black alert. Black alert.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little bit of a busy board, and there's a lot of text on those cards. Also, they use screen captures, which I know you love. But the
I
cover,
love screen caps, okay? It's one of my favorite things in any game.
that's a cool cover, though.
Black alert. I can barely see it.
It
Black
almost looks
alert.
like it's like Black Ops of Star Trek kind of look. You know, it doesn't have that feel.
Yeah, you're a team strategy game. Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's the USS Discovery against the Charon in the Mirror Universe.
Okay.
So this is that new show, right? Discovery, yeah.
I like Mirror Universe. I don't know what it is. You see all the characters that you know and love, but they're all evil.
Oh, is that what it is?
Or if they're evil in our universe, they might be good in theirs. I think back in the original one, Enterprise, they were all good. They were all evil, except I think Spock was not so evil. He was like the same in both universes. I don't remember.
Okay. I watched the first season of that, and it really started to lose me. It started off so strong, and like near the end of that season, I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? I got so lost. I have only seen one season of it.
I've probably seen
I thought they
about-
went to the Mirror Universe in season 1.
I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea what was going on. I was super lost.
All right, Alter Quest is a game that was originally out from Blacklist Games, a dungeon crawl,
Yeah.
and Blacklist Games kind of just fell apart and disappeared. And this has been picked up by Steamforged, because they're just picking up every miniature game at this point.
Really
It doesn't have an IP though, so that's interesting.
Yeah, right, because Steamforged normally does IPs, don't they?
They normally do, but they're going to be developing, producing, distributing this game. Feels like Steamforged is making a big. I mean, they're becoming a pretty big company.
That's interesting. I like that.
All right.
All right.
This next one I am very excited about, the art project from Lumberjack Studios. This will be brought to America from the Op.
Yes!
So I had a chance I had this game, I didn't play it, but I did a little bit of this game
You did? Where?
at Gamma Trade Show.
And you didn't take me?
So the art project,
Or tell you, apparently.
well, I said there was this really cool game, I couldn't remember the name of it. I was telling Z about this. And then,
No, you didn't.
anyway, vintage
Liar.
Detroit artwork.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of thieves going around and you are saving art. You're not like, you're stealing it, but so that,
So you can preserve it?
yeah, I think it's like in an alternative universe. I don't know. I don't understand the theme exactly. But there's like 6 different maps, and each map is a little bit different.
Okay.
Has a little bit of a pandemic vibe to it. You got to go around and steal art. It's pretty hard. from
assume
what I
it's-
understand. A difficult game to play.
Co-op?
I assume competitive. Yeah, I guess.
It's a cooperative game.
Oh, it
yes.
is.
Oh my gosh, I'm even more excited. Mike is very excited about this.
I don't know if he is.
This is coming out at Essen, and like I said, it's coming from the Op. It does not look like a typical game from the Op, actually.
It's coming out from the Op here in the States.
Yep,
Wow.
But around that same time then.
probably. They told me later
That's
this
cool.
year.
I feel
so-
like the Op, oh man. Okay, that's a weird pickup for them, for sure. I'm very excited about this one. This designer lately has been putting out a lot of interesting games. Florian Siriu, I want to say. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so
Yeah.
I'm excited
What
about
else has
it.
he done? I don't know.
Well, he did the Colorado, I believe, is his. That
Okay.
rolling
Yeah,
ride or whatever,
yeah.
flipping ride, and then also the big one with the flying dudes jumping off those wind towers.
I don't know.
Mike, what's it called?
Why?
What's his last? Oh, Florian. He did Imaginarium.
Yeah, and he
Okay,
did.
all right.
Am I thinking of the right person or the wrong person? Click on there.
Let me see.
I might be mixing him with somebody else.
They are probably after us. You're excited
Oh,
about that
I'm
one,
mixing
too.
him up with somebody else. I'm sorry. Yeah, After Us, Imaginarium.
The other designer, Benoit Turpin, did Welcome To, which is a very, very, very... And Prehistories. I think you liked Prehistories, didn't you? Or no?
Prehistories I do like. Yeah. Again, a lot of these French designers do tend to work with one another. There's a lot of collaboration over there. So I sometimes will confuse them if I don't really know the name very well. So I apologize. I was thinking of somebody else.
You were thinking Tribes of the Wind, but it's a different
Either way,
designer.
so he's no longer excited.
Yeah, no, I am very excited. This is, again, there's a lot of French designers right now who are just hopping, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
All right, Planet Unknown, a very popular game from last year, is getting an expansion.
That's what I'm
Heyo.
talking about.
Oh.
Nominated for 3 Dice Tower Awards. Anyway,
Best card game.
he showed me a little bit of this. The box is about this size.
Oh, that's
a small
garbage.
little
Okay.
box, and it's going to add a moon to your player board.
Okay.
So you're filling up your little moon also, and it's just
Huh.
But that big?
and then it will give you some bonuses. And I didn't see a whole lot more than that. Some
So it'll
more,
potentially increase the length of it then.
I don't
you won't
think so.
Well, you won't fill up your main board as quick, which is an end game trigger.
Yeah, but the end game trigger is triggered by when the piles run out in the board in the middle.
Oh, that's true. It's also that. I don't
He
think I've
said
ever had it that
they
way.
told me same length. I asked that
Okay.
question. I actually thought that would make the game faster because you were pulling tiles more.
Yeah. I guess I forgot the end game was also. I've never had the tiles run out, so.
All right. The game I was most excited about is our last piece of news at Gamma Trade Show, and that's Halloween. What? Now, I'm not normally a big fan of horror, but this game here is by Emerson Matsuuchi and is definitely based on his
Black Ops, something Ops.
Spectre Ops.
Black Ops.
But Spectre Ops, it's different than Spectre Ops because in Spectre Ops,
you don't kill anybody with a big knife.
well, no, there's a team of people
Yeah.
chasing after one guy. In this one,
it's one guy.
one guy is chasing
after
you.
a team of
People.
people.
so you are running around these houses as these people, and you are trying to find 2 kids that are hiding in the houses.
And murder them?
Yes.
No, to protect the kids.
Oh,
And you're trying to find a key to the cars outside in the street.
So you want to get the
So
kids
you gotta get the
and
kids,
get away.
get to the car, and drive off. Meanwhile, Michael's hunting you down, and you might find evidence that he's here. He also has like a special ability he can use once in a while where he can move really fast. You know how that works, right? Because he's like, he was right there. Now he's behind you. How'd that happen?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows?
Movie
Oh my
magic.
gosh, I am totally on board with this.
Yeah, this
I
is from Trick or
love
Treat
it.
Studios. This.
That seems like very much your kind of thing.
Yeah.
you're gonna like
I
this,
like
yeah.
the one versus many. I like the Halloween trope.
Oh, and if you die in this game from Michael Myers, you come back as another character. So you can keep your.
So how does Michael win then? Does he run out of clock?
He has
Or-
to kill a certain number of characters.
Yes.
I guess she's playing Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never call him Michael Myers. I just say Mike Myers.
Me,
but
yeah. What hypothetically that was
Tom is-
Mike.
Tom's not that on a first name basis with him really.
It
so he
says
calls him
Michael Myers here in the
I
the
call him
copy.
Mike Myers. I guess it
right.
is Michael Myers. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so
The
excited
call is
about
coming from
this.
inside the house.
Yes.
That's right. No, this
Anyway.
looks really fun, man. I like this.
Yeah,
This is like right on the. There's a lot of these games. Not a lot. There's at least 2. The other, Dead by Daylight or whatever, is like the same thing. Murderer. chasing you around thing.
And then Terror Escape, which was just on Kickstarter, which I'm super excited. It might be on Kickstarter right now that I'm super excited about as well. It's kind of that same thing.
Yeah.
One versus many. One's the killer in the house, and the others are trying to find the keys and get out.
That's so messed up.
What? No.
This needs to be the new trick taking.
Yes.
Joey has a point
make
though.
This it.
Last Friday had this theme, and I was so excited, and it's a
did.
terrible game.
Yes.
Well, Joey needs to stop being so pessimistic.
No, he said this. Joey said this genre needs to be redeemed, and I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
I
So
didn't let
very
you
much
finish.
looking
I
forward
apologize,
to it.
Joey.
No, you don't.
Mikey Myers.
Anyway, that's the news.